Hello, hello, Chalkin History friends. It's Sunday afternoon. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope it's full of football wins for you today. What have you guys been up to? I have some last minute things I want to get done today that include our Black Friday deals for the week. Today's the last day for week 3. Tomorrow starts week 4. And I think you're really gonna like next week. If you let's see if I can get things going. If you want in on the info, go ahead and text the word chalk, CHALK, to the number 513-717-5533. Or shoot me an email, or somehow through Messenger send me a message, and I will get you on that information distribution list. But come on in and see what I'm doing. All right, we are going to play with some cutouts. Also, don't forget, if your order is $50 or more, they are going to throw this Flakes Welcome in your order for free. Cute little A-size transfer. I'm not sure how I want to play with that yet. I'm in the mood. I'm still thinking, but we'll come up with something, so stay tuned for that. But make sure, if you are at like $48, throw in a squeegee or throw in board erasers, something small, and get to that $50 limit, and then this guy will be tucked in your order for free. And who can turn down something free, right? All right, so we're going to play with, also, this is one of our $10 promo deals for this week. Again, it ends today. It's called the Hanging Chalkboard. The size of it is 8 by 5.5, so it's perfect for our A-size transfers or parts of C or D or E transfers. So we're going to work with a C and a D transfer today, and both of those are 50% off, and that ends today as well. So lots of Black Friday deals going on. Make sure you are paying attention because it ends today. New ones start tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. All right, so that's what we're going to do there. Let's put this aside until we're ready to do it. It's also National Espresso Day, so I'm going to use our espresso paste. We also have an espresso ink, so but today we're going to use wood, so we don't want to use ink. And then I have some lovely metallics that we're going to use today. So we have we have Nominee, we have Disco. Remember Disco? Where did that go? And we have Vanity. So those are the 3. So this was like a rose gold. This is our gold, and that's like a silver. So these are our 3 metallics that we're going to play with. And let's get, I also wanted to mention that you could also get, this is our 15 or 16 inch, let's see what it ends up being. It's 16 inches, and it holds like our little, our cutouts, our little slim cuts, or if you do your own 1/8 inch cutouts. The channel, it's about 1/8 and then just a smidge, so I probably wouldn't go bigger than 1/8 inch. And these base holders, they kind of have a tilt to them, right? So let me grab these. We'll talk about the nutcrackers there. It has that tilt to it. So whatever you place in it is going to just slightly tilt backwards, okay? But this is great for holding a bigger cutout if you guys like wood cutouts. We'll put that aside. All right, so what I did is I have a cutout for each nutcracker. I also decided to turn them into ornaments, so we put holes in the top to make them into hanging ornaments. But we won't play with those today. I just wanted to show you that those are available. Let's see. Comment nuts for more information on nutcracker cutouts. All right, we're gonna go back up to the word nuts. Capitalize that and send that. That way you guys know those are available. There we go. Let's put that there for a few. All right. All right, say hi, guys. Say hi. Let me know when you're on. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we have to pair these up, right? So you can kind of tell. I want to say one of these had a really wide stance, so that's why his... You can also see that I kind of extended the edge here so that it could go in some type of a holder. There's that. Is this guy? That guy. I think this is this guy here. It has the wider hat, and then there. Okay, so there's a nutcracker for each one. And we'll chalk them up. We'll chalk them all, but I think I'm only going to use 3 because I think I'm going to place them across that our hanging chalkboard. I think we're just going to do 3. They're a little bit taller than the space in here, and I think they would have been anyways had I not added that little bottom part. So we're going to just kind of tack them down with a little glue on the edges. But we're going to do something on the background as well. So tons of steps, not hard at all. Let's get these guys painted up. And let's see. I think I'm going to just do a little 1, 2. I'm going to just number them from left to right. In case they get jumbled, then we know. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, those guys. All right, let's put these aside. I'm also going to grab one of my ink pads or ink mats. Let's see if they stick. This one's kind of, he's looking a little rough. We need to perhaps retire him one day soon. Let's see what else we got back here. Let's get this guy a little bit flatter here. Okay. Just gonna kind of press those guys down. Okay. And then we're going to use the espresso. Like I said, it's National Espresso Day, so we're going to use espresso. Why not? We also need to give our little wood pieces a little spritz. Just a little spritz, you guys. Just a little spritz. That's just going to help it move along here. I love these nutcrackers. They're so cute. I guess that's not going to stick, is it? Yeah, I need to probably just give these mats a quick wash. Get them all nice and new again. just not wanting to stick. You can use our paste as a stain too. So if I were to apply this and then go ahead and try to wipe some of it off, it would leave just a very light stain behind. Okay, I think that wood is just sucking in my water here. The more water you put down, definitely the more diluted the paint will appear, the coloring. So we're going to add a little more paste. I want these guys nice and dark. So easy to paint. This is a, if you're interested in these cutouts, they are an MDF type wood. However, I do have plywood that I sometimes cut them out in. It depends on the project sometimes. I do like the MDF though. Wood comes in all kinds of colors. I could get white and red and all kinds of different colors. Black, black marble. Okay. All right. Okay. They are painted. Let's get them dry. And what do we do next? We wax. We wax, we wax, we wax. I have to wax my wood. I have to. I feel like I get better results that way. It also protects the chalk layers. So let's say something gets messed up a little bit, then I can take it off. It's a lot easier to take off if it's on a waxed surface versus just a plain wood surface. We'll make sure we get these nice and dry. You can make magnets out of these. That would be fun for the kids. But today is the last day to get this transfer for 50% off during our Black Friday deals this week. New deals start tomorrow. Monday already, my goodness. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. They feel dry, however, I'm going to dry it a little bit longer just because I could see they're still changing colors a little bit. So the chalk might be dry, but the wood itself from getting spritzed is a little damp. Now you could be really intricate with these nutcrackers. You could, do his hat a different color, do his suit a different color, do the buttons a different color. We're gonna do ours all in one. Keeping it simple. let's get these guys waxed. All right, I have to grab paper towels. Why do I always run out of paper towels? It's crazy. Always, always, always. Now also, if you wanted to make them look a little more distressed, you could absolutely sand them down a little bit. So many things you could do to it. You could also do like a crackle effect on them. That would be kind of cool. Make them look like old wooden nutcrackers. Not quite, I mean, kind of maybe like even a toy soldier. You could probably get pretty creative with these guys. Okay, let's get some wax on this guy here. Don't want to glob it on. We're just gonna, right now we're gonna apply it and then we'll go ahead and take it off. You can also soften it a little bit. I feel like this got a little hard. Sometimes in the cooler weather, when it's colder, the paste or the wax will get a little harder. So I like to, you can soften it up by warming it up. And then it goes on a lot better. Okay, right now, like I said, we're just applying. Okay, so we've applied. Now I'm going to take my paper towel and kind of roll it inside out, or right side in, however you want to say it, and then we're going to buff it. Except I'm going to put it in my hand. I have more control that way. Just nice and quick, back and forth. We'll buff it into the wood. It'll actually make your projects kind of look like wood, like your flooring. You'll get a nice little glaze on there. You see that? Okay. Like I said, this will protect that layer of chalk that we painted on there. That guy. This is like it almost looks like a walnut wood. If you decorate with walnut furniture, espresso is the way to go. Okay, one more, guys. One more, and I'm going to kind of turn this, try to find a not so roughed up area. There we go. All right, they're all waxed and buffed. Put that to the side. Now we can bring our transfer over. I'll do all of them, but I'm only going to use 3. Okay, this is called the Sugar Plum Fairy transfer. Actually, I think it's Sugar Plum Fairy Production. That's a long name. Okay. Now, because these are waxed and buffed, we do not need to fuzz the transfer, okay? They will sit nicely. We, in fact, might be able to, closer here, we might be able to just tuck these guys in. So let's see. Okay. Put this guy on an angle here so I can get them lined up. Okay, that's the first guy. We're just going to do them all at once. I'm going to kind of just slide them up in there, get it lined up. Now I like a real nice tight outline. So I don't give my cutouts a really big, it's number 4. I don't give my cutouts a nice big outline. Like some people like a nice outline. I like it pretty close to the edge. I am excited to see these guys, how they turn out. Okay, last one. You'll definitely know if you don't have the right one under the right pattern. Okay, all right. They're all snug under there. Let's make sure we get that down nice. Like I said, you can get very elaborate with, doing everything separate colors. Saw something in my something in my screen. It could be a little piece of wax, so we're going to see how that transforms. Worst case, we could put a little dot. Okay. All right. All right. Or what we could do is we can give them all the same color hat, same color boots, and do the body a different color. Could do that. So we have Vanity, Nominee, and Disco. Let's do... Let's do their hats and their boots in Disco. Remember Disco, guys? Oh, I love it. I have to say I love it better than our silver. It's more like a pewter. All right, so we said hats and boots, right? Hats and boots. So I think that's part of the leg there. So we're just kind of squeegeeing that over that design. We'll work our way up. I think that's part of the boot. Don't think that's part of the pants. That excess off. So that we can bring it on down to the next one. Okay. To dip in a little bit more. Okay, that's that. All right, now I'm gonna lift. We're gonna do our paste and peel technique because we don't want to waste too much, or we just don't want to have them dry on us. Oh my gosh. I have to say, I love that color against the espresso. Very good. I like it. And get this dry so we can put the transfer back down. Let that fall and just press down to the tops of those boots. All right, just press it down. Watch you don't get your finger in any wet paste. All right, now I think the midsection we're going to do gold. Then we'll do, or we're the nominee. Then we're going to do his face and hair, the vanity. And then we'll finish up on the top. All right, so we need to get squeegees again. Let's see. Body, that's a good portion. Okay, if you ever see your paste looking like that, that is just the all the colorants and other not chemicals, but all the other ingredients that are just coming apart. So just give it a nice little stir, get it stirred back in, and then you're ready to go. Oh, that nominee, that was one of my favorites. Okay. just chalk it away. Get that excess off. Let's see here. Going up to the hairline there. His little nutcracker mouth. Grab it as you need it. I'm going to, let's see, his nutcracker mouth kind of went up a little bit more than the rest. So I'm just going to try to form a little box maybe around there. I might have went a little wide. That's okay. All right, let's keep going. See, now his face is that whole, he's got like, we're just winging it. We're trying to separate the hair from the rest. We're winging it. It's okay. All right, last one here. Let's see where his mouth is. And then once I'm done here, we'll do the lift so that we can get this part dry. Okay, put that back. All right, let's lift. And we want to be careful we're not really moving the positions of the nutcrackers. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. So cool. This is the nominee. These were all, nominee is permanently in our lineup of chalk colors. It was a chalk color of the month. And then they brought it back for us. So I really hope they bring disco back. The color. I can't wait to see what the rose gold looks like. Wow, these are pretty cool. I must say, they are looking pretty cool. His hand didn't take real well, or I just didn't hit that spot. So we're going to grab just a corner there. That chalked. Okay. Let's see here. Just kind of lift that from his hand. Just want to make sure his hand is good. Okay. That back. All right. We're so close. So close. All right, time for the rose gold, which is the vanity. I know I have a vanity open. I'm pretty sure we used it already. So let's find it. I got a couple over here that, nope, it's not that one. You can tell when you're unscrewing the lids. There we go. Okay. All right, let's use this one. Such a pretty color. It's nice, it has that gold in it. All right, so we have to watch, we're not going to touch the hat, because that we're gonna do in disco. Finish it up with the disco. Okay. Trying to see, they don't really like define where the hat starts or ends. So I'm kind of making my own lines. Which has been kind of easy so far. If you don't purchase the ones with already the holes in them, they are easily punched with our power punch if you have them. I think we pretty much retired those. However, I found an 1/8 inch punch that I love. So let me know if you need that. Okay, let me go back to this guy. I think I may have shortened his cap up a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, there's that. I think we're just gonna keep going here till the final reveal. Let's get their hats done. I have a lot of paste on here, so I'm gonna kind of just keep spreading across till I thin it out a little bit. Can't wait to see how this turned out. And we gotta do something to the hanging chalkboard yet. We gotta give a little background design. Again, using C and D transfers today, which are on sale for 50% off until tonight, till midnight Mountain Time. Which is 1:59 a.m. Eastern. And then if you know your time zones, I guess that would be, let's see, 12:59 Central. And then 11:59 Mountain. Which is kind of nice for us on the east side of the country. We have a little bit more time to place orders. Going over that rose gold with this, so I'm hoping that we got it. Okay. All right, you guys, moment of truth. Get these guys out of here. Let's see. I'm excited. So excited. Oh, wow. Try not to ruin them. Oh, part of his hair didn't take. Okay, well, we'll put him under again. We'll get him under there. There we go. Oh my goodness, let's get these guys dried up. I like them on that espresso. Turned out pretty well. Yeah, stick that guy back under. He's missing some of his hair. Okay, let's see, where did he go? He's in the middle here. Let's get him under there. Get him lined up. Yeah. Lined up here. There we go. Just gotta do a little bit on that side there. Just a little. There we go. Okay. Let's see how that worked out here. Oh, so much better. My gosh, look at them. And then, let's see, this guy, we were trying to make our own hat. I think he'll be okay. Let's just kind of see what we can do under here. Just gonna touch up his head a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just add in some rose gold there. Right, it was the red, yeah. Rose gold was up top here. Okay, that should be good. It's nice that we can easily fix things. There we go, so much better. I am loving these guys already. Okay. Let's get this guy off. Put this aside till we can wash it. Let's bring over. Let's open this up. This is our hanging chalkboard. Again, it's $10. This is one of our doorbusters for this week. This does end tonight. Okay. If you prefer to maybe make it this way, oh, it's reversible. Nice. You could always take the string out and then put like wood putty in there, sand it down a bit. That should do it for you. That should be fine. Let's see, I kind of like the knot in the front with the string towards the back. Okay. So what I was thinking is I was going to take the 3 tallest ones. Let's measure them. Let's get them in a line and measure who's the tallest. Or do we do the shortest and then the tallest in the middle? We could do that. Okay. All right, this guy's the tallest. And there's a little bit of So I'm going to tack them down with like glue on there. But we do have to give him a background a little bit, or we have to give him a little background first. There, so I'm thinking something like that. Okay, so let's work on the background. These guys go over there. Let's bring over, I thought this transfer would be fun to have that in the background. So let's open this one. Again, C's and D's are 50% off till the end of the night. Till midnight, folks. Let's put these guys over here. I am going to take a wipe and wipe this chalkboard. It is this wipey is awful wet, so we're gonna squeeze that out. And I'm just gonna wipe this down. Okay. Don't wax your chalkboards, okay? You don't want to wax them. So that means we have to fuzz our transfer. Okay? Not sure what that is. There we go. All right. So let's you know what, I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to make this simple for myself. I'm going to cut on the cut line. that bow too. I need to make that. All right, now that this is a little more easier to play with, let's grab our fuzzing cloth and we'll kind of focus in the middle, I think. We'll see how much of this pattern we can get on there. So let's remove it. Let's first mark it on the back. This one's called Holiday Presents. Okay, Holiday Presents. Don't panic. Okay. Spread that on our fuzzing cloth. Remove. And what this does is it just a little bit barely takes some of that tackiness out of there, dulls it a bit so that it's not pure adhesive on whatever smooth background you're putting it on, like glass, plastic, tin, chalkboards, etc. Mirrors. Okay. Those are things you can't wax. If it's wood, then you can wax and you don't have to worry about fuzzing. All right, let's see where we can line this up. Should we do 2 rows? Or should we try 3 and do the halvesies? You're not going to see it a lot, I admit, but I still do want some of it. So I'm going to line this up this way here. Candy cane will go in the middle. Again, make sure you don't have anything in the way of your design, like hair, fuzz, dust, whatever it may be. Tuck it in there. And you want it nice and flat against that chalkboard. Sometimes with designs, I'll even do, like, since it's a black chalkboard, I would do shimmer shadow. And that gives it a really cool background effect. But I think we're going to do Hot Mess. We're going to incorporate all those colors. So let's dig into our gold. And just kind of plopping it wherever. Okay. Let's wipe this off. Just gonna wipe it off. Let's grab some of this rose gold. Of course, you want to try to not hit the other colors that are on the board in case you have to go back and get more. And then let's grab some of that disco. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's wipe that off. Water soluble, so that'll come right off in water. I think I'm gonna get messy, so I'm gonna kind of just, I spritz my fingers just a very little bit. Okay, and then we're just gonna kind of mix and mingle It's like finger painting. You can most certainly have your kids do this part if you don't want to get dirty. I'm going to grab some more, I think, this, where I need it. I'm going to grab a little more of the disco. We didn't really put a lot of disco on there. Make sure it's all covered up. Okay. We are dirty, dirty, dirty. Let's go ahead and get that off of that. Let's wipe our finger. And then what we're going to do is squeegee all of that off. So let's just grab a small squeegee here. Go down and wipe off. Wipe off. This is going to look pretty cool, I think. I like that. I didn't realize that the board was reusable on both sides, so that's kind of neat. It does not come out. But it is reusable. I can't wait. Again, make sure you got it all chalked. It's okay if there's some spots missing on the edges. Just make sure the main part of it is chalked. Okay, I think we got the majority of it off. Wipe this off. All right, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, now that's pretty cool. That's pretty fantastic. Okay, a little bit on the edges. We can always clean that up later. How fun is that? Let's get a wipe. Squeeze it out. You can always paint these boards, you can stain them. Okay. All right, let's get that dry. Get our little nutcrackers put on and see how it looks. I love that. See all the different colors, all the metallics, so it looks pretty neat. You could use super glue, hot glue. I'm going to use my, well, I had it, there we go. There it is. It's hiding. My thick. If you guys need links to anything, please let me know, because I will gladly share that. All right, let's get our guys over here. Okay, let's find our middle. Here's my mat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right here's the middle. So we're going to be in there somewhere. And I am just going to put a little bit on here and a little bit on that top part. Whoa, that came out fast. Okay. Okay. Right in the middle. Oh, my finger got wet. The board is not dry yet, friends. Oh my gosh, isn't that fun? I think we'll try to put the other ones more to the side so that we're not covering up too much of our design. And this is still wet. Let's get this dry a little bit more. Pretty. All right. Okay, now this one is a little shorter, so we're going to have to watch where exactly it lands. Like barely up here. And then barely on the bottom. I'm going to pull this a little closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. So cute. I think he looks straight. Again, a little bit of the tip of this guy here. And then a little bit at the bottom here. Boy, that once that hits that wood, it got stuck. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think this guy's pretty much down. Oh my goodness. What do you guys think? I love this, and I love the dimension. I love how they pop off of that board. I love it, you guys. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to shorten this string because that's really long. Okay. I'm going to kind of double knot it to make that a really thick knot. Okay, there's that one. Double knot this guy too. He's at the end, but we should be able to do that. Here we go. I'll save that. Oh my gosh. I love it, you guys. I love them. Look at the sheen on there. I love it. Thank you guys for joining me and my Nutcracker fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I hope you're ready to make your own. Don't forget, tonight's the last night for C and D 50% off. Grab this guy for $10 and then get that Flakes Welcome transfer for free with a $50 order. Tomorrow starts a whole new week of Black Friday deals. So come join in. Bye for now.